everyone, my name is Sheena Joy and welcome to my channel. Today is the day I'm setting up my May 2018 bullet journal spread, and I chose to use a coffee and tea theme just because when I'm usually here at my craft desk, I like to have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and I think it increases my productivity. Not sure, but it sure does taste good. Anyway, join me as I set it up, and I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's get started. So as I mentioned, I'm doing a coffee and tea theme for the month of May, and here I'm taking my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers and I'm coloring in the image that I already drew in with a pencil. And I don't know if you've used these markers before, but they color in really smoothly, and I love the effect. It's like this artistic effect. And by the way, they don't go through the page either. At least they didn't for me. I have a Leuchturm 1917 A5 dotted, by the way. So here I am putting in the calendar view, and yeah, really liking how that looks. I don't use it all the time for my cover pages, but here I am, and I just really think it fits with the design. And as you can see here, I'm using my Staedtler brown fine liner to go around the border of the whole cover page, and I'm repeatedly saying coffee, tea, and I think that it looks really great. Of course, I erase all the pencil lines and then I brush all the debris away from the erasing, and on to the monthly view. So what I'm doing now is I'm making individual boxes for each day of the month, and the boxes are 5 by 6, by the way. They're 5 across and 6 deep. So I really like how this looks. I got this idea from Miss Louie. I know a lot of bullet journalers do it, but that's who I saw do it first. And I'll link her channel below as well. So I'm using my Stabilo pink fine liner, and I'm writing in the days of the week, and then I'm taking my Zig Clean Color Real Brush marker, and then I'm just doing a highlighted portion so I could put in the different days of the month. And I'll put all the supplies that I use below just in case you're interested. So you can see that I did some stacking of coffee cups, and I've always wanted to try this. I've never tried it before. And so what I did was I did the bottom one first. I drew that in pencil, and then I went from the top and worked my way down. I found that approach easier. And then now I'm just coloring everything in, and then I'm going to take my fine liners and I'm going to outline them, and I'm going to make these little designs, and just so they won't be so plain but not really like blaringly bright either. So here I'm marking a very special day for me. It's our 10-year anniversary on May 1st. My husband, Gionig, and I, we met that day, and he told me I was going to marry him and have his children before we even held hands. That's amazing. I love him so much. So here I'm doing my mood tracker. I'm doing some mugs hanging on a line with a little bow, and I can't wait till they're all colored in. They're gonna look so pretty. So here I'm drawing in some coffee beans right beside the 31st mug, and I think it looks so cute. And then I'm taking my pink Zig Clean Color Real brush marker and I'm doing a border around the whole mood tracker. So for each of my moods, I chose a color, and I really like the colors that I chose. I can't wait to see that colored in. I know it's going to look so cute. And I've never done anything like that before. I did hearts one time for Valentine's Day, but I really like the mugs. All right, on to my monthly goals. And I couldn't finish all my monthly goals like writing them on film, but I'll show you at the end when I do a flip through. So you might be wondering what I'm doing here. I'm doing a habit tracker, and I've never done a chart like this before. I saw a picture of it on Pinterest, and so I'm doing my own take on it, and I really like how it turned out at the end, although it is, as you can see, quite like it took a lot of time to do it. And I just thought, well, I'll try it this one time and see if I like it. And when it's done, you'll see I just love how it looks, and I think it's going to work out well. I hope so anyway. So you can see that I did a banner theme for the habit tracker heading, and I really like the way it turned out. It gives it kind of like a festive feel. And I'm also writing with these Zig Clean Color Real brush markers. And if you're wondering how it is to write with them, I just have to write really carefully. I'm not an expert at hand lettering, but I do like how they write. Using that same pink marker again, I'm writing my thought jot page, and for the jot I'm going to use my Staedtler Fineliner. And I use a thought jot page. I use it as some people would use a brain dump page, and it's for my ideas, it's for lists. I can do more spreads throughout my monthly spread if I need more thought jot pages. And here I'm using a monthly view, and as you can see throughout, I often draw in pencil first and then use like color and fine liners. So here I'm doing an inner reflections page, and in the corner I'm doing some coffee beans, and up on the right hand side I'm going to do a little mug. As I told you before, I use a pencil first a lot of times, and then coloring it in with my Zig markers. And I'm so glad I went with this coffee and tea theme, because I was going to go with florals, but florals are always my first choice because they're my favorites. So yeah, something different. Here's the expense tracker, and it really helps me a lot. It helps me see where our money's going and ways we can improve and ways we're doing well. So I just poured myself a cup of coffee, and I'm going to have my coffee and I'm going to share my layout. So there's my cover page. The only thing I added were these splashes of color on either side of May. And there's my monthly spread. The only thing I added was the look ahead to June. There's my mood tracker, so cute, and I put the different colors for the moods. And my monthly goals are to keep moving, to get back into card making, do the kitchen cupboards, draw daily, and start a book. This habit tracker, I'll link the Pinterest picture that I used as inspiration for it. I didn't follow it exactly, I kind of modified it for me, but I really love how it turned out. It's really pretty, I love it. And the thought jot page for lists or any ideas, and I can do more thought jot pages later in the month if I need them. Monthly view of May. And there's my inner reflections because I use my bullet journal as a diary, so that really works for me. I got this expense tracker idea from Amanda RachLee to use the date, the amount, and the description, and that really works for our family and keeping track of our expenses. There's my daily summary, and last month I did a day-by-day vibes, but I decided to call it daily summary instead, and I don't necessarily do a whole sentence, but I do like a few words to kind of encapsulate the day, and I really like that idea. I didn't do this on camera, I'm sorry. It just got so late and there were just other factors, but I put this monthly view of May, and I really love how it turned out. I had to add a flower because I just love flowers, and I was going to color in the whole entire pot, but I was like, that's perfect right there. And I did week 1 and kept up with the coffee and tea theme and put a monthly view of May, and I'm going to keep this layout for the rest of the weeks of May too. All right, so that's my whole layout for May. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you're all well. And subscribe to see more videos, and give the video a like if you enjoyed. All right, take care, everyone. Okay, thanks. Bye. So I put some videos on this screen that you can click on in case you're interested. And I hope you're all well. Take care, everyone. Happy journaling. Bye.